Well, it's embarrassing when I talk to friends and family. This should be really simple. We should be able to agree on passing a resolution that keeps government open through Christmas. We all thought we had that deal. Then the president listened to Laura Ingraham, Rush Limbaugh, and a number of the commentators on Fox News and insisted that we have a $5 billion border wall added to a clean continuing resolution, and that's what's blown up the negotiation. There is a majority who would vote just to keep government open till next year, and there's no reason to add the border wall debate to this.
Right, we're kind of past that, though. I mean, the House did pass that last night with the border wall funding, so we're all just trying to figure out if the Senate can come up with something to avoid a shutdown here in a matter of hours. When are you leaving town?
I'm here. I'm not leaving until this is resolved, and the Senate doesn't have the votes. I mean, they don't have the Republican votes to pass a $5 billion.
Yeah, Congressman, could they get, what would it take for there to be some kind of bill that had both some Republican and some Democratic support?
I think it's what, frankly, Mitch McConnell proposed. Let's just keep the government open through the holidays. We can re-debate these bigger issues when we come back. I mean, the bill would have just extended government until February 8th. That seemed perfectly reasonable. We haven't had any border wall for 2 years. 1 month longer is not going to create any crisis. It's a manufactured crisis. And most people realize that to protect our borders, there's a lot of electronic sensors that are required. You don't build a wall, which was a 15th century concept. I mean, in Silicon Valley, we're working on a lot of things about electronics and sensors that can protect our borders in a much more thoughtful way.
And he's saying border security. He's not, you know, he just even a little while ago said that could be a wall, that could be, you know, some other type of structure, but that border security is the idea. But, you know, putting that aside for just a second, we're talking about a maybe 10% of the government shutting down tonight because there's a lot of other parts of it that are going to be funded already. So the shutdown itself probably won't have any impact at all. So then what happens, you know, come January?
Well, the shutdown is going to affect hundreds of thousands of federal workers who are not going to get their paycheck for Christmas, and it creates further sense of a dysfunctioning government, which isn't helpful at a time where the markets are already taking a hit, where investors are losing confidence in the stock market. We need to be reassuring people. We need to be assuring folks that there's going to be competent government to stabilize the market. So it's in everyone's interest to get something done and keep government open as we head into the holidays.
Congressman, you know, a lot of people have pointed to the extreme weakness of big tech stocks. We have Netflix and Facebook down 40% from their recent highs, and there's so much talk about regulation. Is big tech the new Wall Street, frankly? Maybe it doesn't drive us into an economic crisis, but the stock market declines have been pretty breathtaking this year. What do you think the message is?
Well, no, I mean, I'm still a tech optimist, and technology companies still have strong approval ratings. People still like Facebook, Google, and other products. That said, they have made huge breaches, and we have to have smart regulation. I mean, it was appalling to read about how they are allowing third parties to read our private messages on Facebook. I believe we need an Internet Bill of Rights. Americans need to know what's happening to their data, and they need to consent before their data is being used. And this will help restore public trust and make sure that tech isn't viewed negatively as some other industries are.
Yeah, I think it's going to enshrine them even more. This was Greg Ipps said in the Journal, Congressman, yesterday, but, you know, this is going to make it even harder for there to be competition, isn't it?
It will. If the reports in Facebook, as reported by the New York Times, are true, that's stifling competition. I mean, they basically have these partnership agreements where they're sharing data with other big companies, and it's not allowing new entrants to emerge. That's not healthy for technology's growth or innovation, and we do need smart regulation to prevent that.